Hello everyone, welcome to Biology with Medmelo. Today we are going to discuss question number 2 of your parasitology. So this question is asking about the forms of relationship between organisms of one or different species and examples of each other. First of all, this is asking about the relationship between organisms of one or different species, not parasitology. Okay, parasitology is a part of it, but it's actually in general talking about the interaction between the species. So there are three types of interaction between the species: mutualism, competition, predation, parasitism, commensalism, and amensalism. So let's discuss about them one by one. Mutualism is a symbiotic relationship. Symbiotic means in association. Symbiotic relationship between one or two interacting species which benefits both the interacting species. Okay, for example, we have lichens, which is a mutualistic relationship between fungus and cyanobacteria because both of them are getting benefit from each other. Maybe the fungus is helping in photosynthesis for the cyanobacteria, and cyanobacteria is helping the fungus for the nutrition. Then we have mycorrhiza, which is the association between fungi and the roots of higher plants. Similarly, the most interesting example we have human intestinal bacteria, where human is benefited by the cellulose produced by the bacteria, which helps in digestion, and bacteria is benefited from having supply of nutrients by the host. Also, you remember that we eat curd. Curd is made by fermenting the milk, which develops some bacteria in it. That bacteria is also helping us. Okay, here both the species are being benefited. That is why plus sign is there. Okay. Then we have competition. Competition in general, its name suggests that it is something that we compete for. We fight for something to get something. Okay, so it is a form of relationship between the organism of one or different species which live in the same habitat or same environmental condition to fight for their survival, to fight for their food, fight for reproduction, and fight for, you can see, leadership. Okay, and in this kind of relationship, both the species are harmed because only the fittest will survive. Have you heard the example that for a deer or for a hare, a lion and a tiger, both of them had to fight for to get the food, right? Although they belong to the same cat family, but their species are different, right? And both of them are predators here. So to get that deer, both of them had to fight to each other to get that for the food. And only the one who is fittest, who is more powerful, will survive and will get that food. Okay. An example is also given like predators fox and lynx are competing for a hare. Both of them are predators over here, but they're fighting for someone which is literally from different species, and maybe it may act as a food for them. So both the species are harmed because only the fittest will survive, and the one who is winning, it is not compulsory that he will stay without any kind of injuries. Both of them are injured. One may be more injured while the other will be less injured, but only the fittest will survive over here. Then we have predatism. Predatism. Predatism has a word predator. Predator is something actually depends on another organism for food, only for food. Okay. So predator is benefited while the prey is harmed in this kind of relationship. Prey is something the other species organism which is actually serving as a food to the predator, like lion and deer, tiger and deer, and many other examples are there. So lion, who is the predator, is benefited because he's getting the food, but deer is getting killed. So he is the prey, so he is not getting benefited from it. Okay. Then we have parasitism, which we are talking about, parasitology. Parasitism, that is, a parasite is benefited from the prolonged close association with the other and the host is directly harmed. For example, we have human liver fluke. A fluke kind of worm is being when somehow it turns or get into our liver. The human is basically harmed. It may develop many kinds of liver diseases then. So the host is human. He is getting harmed, but the predator is a parasite, is benefited, right? So the parasite is getting benefited while the host is getting harmed. So only one of them is getting benefited. Then we have commensalism. Commensalism is one pair of a species is significantly benefited while the other is neither benefited nor harmed to any extent. It's like some sort of you can say some sort of friendship where the other friend do not mind about anything, while the other one is actually taking advantage of that friend in non-good intentional ways. Okay, so in commensalism, we can see like non-pathogenic species of amoeba, Antiamoeba coli, Antiamoeba gingivalis. So the one species who is getting benefited is that getting plus, while those who is neither getting harm, neither getting benefit is staying the same. Then we have the last one, that is amensalism. In amensalism, the one species of a pair is harmed while the other is neither benefited nor harmed to any extent. That is a single or a reverse part of commensalism, but in a different way, where one species is harmed, but the other one, which is not getting any harmed, not getting any benefited, like between penicillium and bacteria. Like in commensalism, one was significantly benefited while the other was not benefited and harmed. But in amensalism, the one species is getting harmed while the other is not getting anything, right? So this was all about the interaction between species. I hope you understand this question well, and if you don't, you can tell me the other way in which I can explain it to you, or if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section.